Good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. Very excited about a lot of the positive changes that we've made with the LED Self-Driven Lightbar. This isn't the version 3 per se, but some additional options and features on version 2. Without further delay, let's get started. So we'll review today the kelvins, the light levels, the sizes, some new mounting options, the long-anticipated new connector boxes. We're going to talk about Energy Star and DLC as they relate to this product. And we also have invited you all to ask your questions in advance, and we're going to share with you the questions and the answers that you have submitted. As you know, this product started as a replacement for halogen and incandescent under cabinets and came out of the gate, about 8 years ago now at 2700K. Since then, we've added 3500 and 5000K. And I got to say, I think 5000K is probably our biggest seller today. So the expansion in the kelvins was a great addition. I want to just take the opportunity here to say that the focus sheet or the cut sheets, see a lot of distributors who have joined us today. Thank you again. And reps as well. Print out the new cut sheets. This is a new format. It breaks it down a lot easier for the customer to understand which bars and lengths he can mix and match together and which he can't. Plus, we've also added the Title 24. This product contributes towards your Title 24 requirements in California. A quick note here, the photograph that you see, this was from a television show, a DIY bathroom series. And the odd thing about this particular bathroom was that it has no windows. This bathroom was in the interior of the house. So those 3 light boxes you see in the back are actually faux windows illuminated with the light bar. So very unique application, and it turned out just great. As I mentioned, we have multiple light levels. Let's break it down because we have the different lengths. The best way to look at it is watts per foot, and we have 3 watts per foot, 6 watts per foot, and 9 watts per foot rounded off. The 9 watts per foot with over 500 delivered lumens and 5000K, that is a higher efficiency, delivered lumen efficiency, than a standard T8 lamp per foot. So it's a significant light output. Now let's jump to the 3 light levels and look at the high and the low, the 9 watts per foot and the 3 watts per foot. Although they come in 3 different Kelvin temperatures, 3500, 5000, and of course 2700, they only come in one length. So the 3 and the 9 watts per foot come in 1 foot lengths only. The 6 watt per foot of that middle light level, however, comes in 6-inch, 12-inch, 24, and 48-inch lengths. And there was a little bit of a scale and economy as the lengths get longer, and certainly contributes towards a shorter installation time. 1 48-inch length is easier to install than 4 1-foot lengths. These photographs here, this is below cabinet and above cabinet. One of our colleagues has these installed in his home and looks just great. So let's talk mounting options, included accessories, and optional accessories. So as far as mounting, up until now, we provided 2 mounting options. We have the double-sided tape, which we only recommend you use when gravity is on your side. And then we've always had the quick clip mounting bracket with screws. Basically, you put them on a straight line, screw them in place, snap the bar in place. It's very rigid, holds it, it'll be there forever. Now, going forward, we will also include this angled bracket, what we'll call the C-clip. And you might notice that on those brackets there are notches that are set apart 30 degrees apart. So you would choose what the best angle is for the light bar in your particular application, screw it in, and then screw them all in at the same notch point. And they have, again, notches on the inside where the screws go at 30-degree points. So it's easy to install them all at the same angle. Snap your bars in, and you have a permanent wall wash. Can be used as a directional and under counters, can be used to have a wider spread on the delivered lumens depending on your length. This opens up a whole new field of photometry for these light bars. So you now have 3 mounting options, 2 rigid mounts. One is a straight, one allows you to angle it in 30-degree increments, and of course the double-sided tape. Now along with the 3 mounting options that come with every linear length, we also supply 2 bar-to-bar options. One is what we call simply the bar-to-bar joiner. You slip it in one bar, and then the next bar snaps onto that. and you can continue to do that in continuous lengths. And for those times where you have to make a turn or an angle, go around a corner, we also include with every linear length a 4-inch joiner bar, so that you can plug one end in one bar, the other in another bar, and aim them any way that you need. Usually used for going around 90-degree corners. So that's all included: the 3 mounting options, the bar-to-bar joiner, and the 4-inch joiner. As an accessory, we have a 40-inch joiner, same as the 4-inch, but it has 40 inches in between it, used to go around columns and the like. We also have what we call demonstration light bar. This is basically used, it's a 48-inch joiner where it has the joiner end on one end of the cord that you plug right into the bar, and the other end has a 3-prong 120-volt typical socket, so you can plug it right in. Another option that we have is the hardwire lead, which is 70 inches, plugs in the bar on one end, and goes right into your electrical box where you make your connections on the other end. Recently, we have added as an option a 12-inch joiner-to-joiner. So we have a 4, a 12, and a 40-inch joiner-to-joiner. So remember, folks, which are included accessories and which are optional accessories, so that you get everything to the job site all at one time. All too often, we are sending the accessories out next day air at the last minute because there's somebody waiting on the other end. So let's get it all up front. And kudos to the product manager, Ken Charton, for this new mounting clip. I think it's going to do a great job. The long-awaited connector box. Folks, some of you may recall that when we went from version 1 to version 2, the main difference was we went from a 2-wire joiner to a 3-wire joiner, which now includes the ground. That was due to UL code changes, and the product updated with those changes. And let me say, LED has sparked a lot of updates, a lot of changes. As an industry, there's so much going on with LEDs, and it's a little bit like the Wild West, and it's certainly very exciting with all the products that we have. So getting this box out has been a little difficult because from the initial box to the second box, the code was changed, and, well, we have it now. This is 1.25 inch thick at its highest and 1 inch at the front end. It has knockouts on 3 sides, so you can bring in your whip connector, make your connections on the inside, mount the box. This box, I would presume you would want to mount inside the cabinet, and then you would come through the cabinet with a joiner, whether it be the 4-inch, the 12-inch, or the 40, and now you're ready to plug in continuous length of light from this connector box. Another that we are offering has a built-in switch and allows multiple lengths of light from the single box. However, you still bring in your power with your coaxial cable or your Romex, whatever your local code requires, make your connections, and now you can do multiple runs from a single box. So you can say put this in the center above the stove and have one length running left of the stove and one length running right of the stove. In industry, for display cabinets and the like, this is going to make it a lot easier in combination with the different lengths that we make available. And this should really open up the applications that this product is designed for. So more to come. I mentioned earlier it's Title 24 compliant. For those of you outside of California, Title 24 is a requirement for lighting situations, indoor, outdoor, above and below certain wattages. Controls are required in many cases, so it's pretty in-depth, and it's certainly not just about lighting. And MaxLite, when you see the state of California in green with the T24, that's to let those folks in California know that this product is compatible with the Title 24 requirements. And for the rest of us, having these controls built into the products, and you'll see this coming, particularly on the MaxLite Outdoor products, they'll be designed to meet Title 24, but they're just great additional controls that we can use across the country. Now, these light bars, as you know, have been kind of a hybrid. They don't nicely fit into any one single category. And as you know, Energy Star and DLC, Energy Star is more the residential type stuff, CFL fixtures, where DLC is more the commercial industrial type stuff. Energy Star is the CFLs, what DLC is to wall packs and area lights. And this light bar is a bit of a hybrid, and with new categories and these upgrades to the product, we will be announcing by the end of the year that the light bars meet the Energy Star under 2 categories, as the under cabinet and as a cove light luminaire. And at the same time, we'll be announcing that this product meets DLC in the display case category. So the number of applications has burst open widely, and now eligible for rebates across the country, or will be certainly by the end of the year. So kudos again to the management and engineering team there. Additional certifications. This product will become damp listed with these Energy Star and DLC certification announcements. It will also be damp listed. And the product is currently, right now, NSF approved. For those of you not familiar with NSF, this is National Sanitation Foundation for food service, food manufacturing, food processing plants. There are requirements for lighting, and this product will currently meet those requirements right out of the box. Let's get to some of your questions, and thanks again. I appreciate it very much. I had a lot of questions about pricing, price per foot, price per watt. We are not addressing those here. Address those through your representatives, or just call MaxLite directly, and we will point you in the right direction for price. So let's get to some of the first was, does MaxLite have a list of all California Title 24 compliant products? The answer is yes. It's maxlite.com/Title 24. Just that simple. You will see there's a little snapshot of the page. You will see not only a list of all the products that are Title 24 applicable, but also a webinar that we did on Title 24 and how that affects the evolution of MaxLite products and lighting products in general. Next question that was asked was, will we have, for the light bars, a higher CRI? As you know, currently, the CRI rating on these products are 80 plus. And, great question. It gives you a little scoop. We will be introducing a 90 plus CRI version by the end of the year. This is part for California, in part because, well, why not? We all talk about LEDs as getting better and better all the time, and we're right. I mean, it's a very exciting industry to be in right now. But most of the time when we say LEDs are getting better with every generation, we are referring to the lumen output. And the lumen outputs, the efficacy, lumens out for the watts in, just continues to skyrocket. It's, well, in the laboratory, over 200 lumens per watt. That's yielding products in the field at over 110, approaching 120 and beyond lumens per watt efficacies out of fixtures. So, certainly the lumens are getting higher, but also what's getting higher is the quality of the light, the CRI. The yields are getting higher and higher, as well as the thermal thresholds for these LEDs, where just a few years ago, the maximum junction temperature that these products would be exposed to was half of what it is today. So that allows manufacturers to open up and build products for different applications. It allows us to use less heat sinking, which gives, lower costs, lower freight costs, smaller sizes. So it's all just, not just the lumens per watt, but in just about every measurable way, this LED or solid-state lighting technology is getting better and better. And with that said, 90 plus CRI, I think, will be commonplace by this time next year for at least indoor products, certainly. Our next question has to do with dimming. As you know, this product is dimmable with a very specific dimmer, the DVELV-300P. And frankly, when we have problems with dimming and this product, it's almost always because they're using a different dimmer. Now, as this product evolved, the dimmers that it was compatible with actually got, the list got shorter as opposed to longer. This is an 8-year-old product, and it evolved starting with triac dimmers and, incandescent dimmers. Well, the good news is that we want to open that list up to a good number of dimmers, and we are working now to make it compatible with off-the-shelf triac dimmers. So that would be a version 3, and look for that again late this year, early next year. But for now, please, for your dimming applications, stick to the DVELV-300P. Make sure that all the bars that you put together are the same watts per foot, and you will have excellent dimming performance with nice, stable lighting. We have a question here. It's a private question, so I won't say who it's from, but they're asking, is the product suitable for refrigerator and freezer applications? And, the answer is yes. We have a bottom limit of about 0 degrees, so certainly not below that. But the product is not actually designed for those applications. There are specialty products designed for that application. This is not it. But many have actually used it, particularly in dairy cases in small grocery stores, as well as dairy cases in some chain stores for meat cases and the like as well. But do watch the bottom side of the temperature. You don't want to go below that. Next question. I'd like to see the light bars to be designed so that the height is no more than 7/8 of an inch. Many under-cabinet reveals are 1 inch, and we are aware of that. If you look closely at the dimensions of the bars, they're currently about 0.8 by 0.83. And to keep that under 7/8 of an inch, I understand you want to do that so that when it's mounted, it stays less than an inch. And with the flat springs and the double-sided tape, we are just about an inch. Certainly with the new 30-degree adjustable mounting springs, we're going to be well over an inch. But those applications, we found you set them further back under the cabinet, and they're generally fade away to where they're not unsightly. But you do have more new mounting options. To get it smaller than they are now, 0.8 by 0.83, would be difficult, but our goal is to make sure that it does not grow. See a question here from Dick. Hi, Dick. Questions about other finishes other than white. We have toyed with the idea of doing that. We are open to it in large quantities, frankly speaking. To mask these products, as you imagine, you have to mask it at each end as well as one side. Becomes very expensive, so it's much easier to do at its raw stage and build it to suit. So we will entertain it if you've got a minimum order. And Dick, will work with your sales manager to see if that minimum order is for and exactly what color you're looking for. As far as cords, as you know, we have added some additional cords, and I think you will see that that option category will continue to grow. Great questions, folks. Thank you. So, folks, keep an eye out for the announcement. These products will be available early next month. You'll probably learn about it at MaxLite.com first, and we're very excited about the additional mounting options. Keep in mind that MaxLite offers as a service beyond just our products. We have university.maxlite.com. Under product training modules, it includes a database of lighting terms and definitions that is one of the most extensive on the internet. A couple of people have made shortcuts to it right from their website. So please do take advantage of that. Remember that we are here to do training for you and your customers, so anything we can do to aid and support you in that regard, contact me directly or through your sales manager. And like me, Joe Pater is here to serve you as well. He is an expert. He and his team are experts in the utility business. Let them help you to collect utility rebate dollars for you and your customers. Thank you so much for your time and attention. We really, really appreciate you joining us today and learning about the additions to the light bar. Have a great day and a great rest of the week.